Hey guys, welcome to the Beauty Hangout. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to tuck your natural hair in when doing braids that are different to your natural hair color. First, I'm going to do a braid with the natural hair untucked, so you can see what it will look like if you do not tuck in the natural hair when doing a braid that is different from your hair color. Before you start braiding, you need to decide on how much hair you're going to be using for each braid. You then need to divide that piece of braiding hair into two pieces. One piece of braiding hair should be slightly smaller than the other as shown in the video, so that once you interlock the two strands of hair, you should be able to get 3 equal strands of hair to start your braid with. It's actually all about choice, because there are people who actually prefer to keep their colourful braids untucked because they like the contrast between their natural hair colour and the colour of the hair extensions. So it's all about personal choice. Some people actually like having their braids untucked. They like the way it looks. But if you're someone who prefers to keep your braids tucked because you want that neater finish, that cleaner look to your braids, then definitely keep watching, because in a second I'm going to show you how to tuck your braids. I personally don't have an issue with untucked braids, but for me, when someone's hair is dyed blonde, you know, when someone dyes their natural hair blonde, and then you come and use black braiding hair or color 1B braiding hair, it tends to look rough and very messy. So if you're someone whose hair is blonde because you dyed it and you want to do darker color braids, then I advise that you tuck it. So now I'm going to show you how to tuck in your natural hair when doing box braids. Again, like I mentioned earlier, tucking in your natural hair when doing box braids will help to give your braids that neater finish and that cleaner look, and it keeps them maintained and they tend to last longer as well. Just like when you're doing untucked braids, when you're doing tucked braids as well, you need to make sure that you part your braiding hair into two. Make sure that one piece of the hair is slightly bigger than the other and interlock the two pieces of hair. You should be left with 3 equal pieces of hair to start your braid with. When it comes to tucking in your box braids, the simple trick is, while braiding, you need to keep the natural hair behind the braiding extension throughout the whole time that you are braiding. You'll find that after doing this once or twice, you tend to develop a flow and you no longer find it difficult. If you watch closely, another method you see me do is that I tend to wrap the natural hair with the braiding extensions. That way the natural hair is completely covered and it doesn't get in the way. Again, even if you find it's difficult to do, after doing it about once or twice, you tend to develop a flow along the way and you're no longer going to find it difficult. Throughout the rest of this video, what you're going to see me do is take the natural hair and hiding it behind the braiding extensions. That way it is neatly tucked away behind the braiding extensions and we're able to achieve the tucked look that we're going for in our braid. As you can see, anytime I see the natural hair sticking out of the braiding extensions or mixed with the braiding extensions, I simply separate it out and hide it behind the braiding extensions. That way it doesn't show. That's how you tuck your braids, and like I said, you need to keep repeating this process throughout the time that you're braiding to achieve that neat finish and that tucked look that you're going for. If you find it difficult to hide the hair behind the braiding extensions, you can try wrapping it. You can try wrapping the natural hair with the braiding extensions. That way you don't see it at all. This process can get a bit boring because it requires a lot of patience. It requires you taking your time to really pick out those hair strands, natural hair strands, getting them out of the way, tucking them away, tucking them behind the natural hair extensions. As you can see, my braid is coming together, it's tucked, it's looking neat, and has that clean finish to it. I deliberately didn't fast forward or cut out any bits from this video or slow anything down. I'm just letting it play in real time so that you guys can really see the process that I went through to tuck the braids. I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. As you can see, I'm taking my time out to really take those hair strands and tuck them away behind. Like I mentioned before, after you do it a few times, you tend to develop a flow. Have basically developed a flow here. You can see I'm just flowing. I'm not really having to go out of my way to really tuck those braids, sorry, those hair extensions behind the braids. It's just sort of flowing. Once again, you're going to see me demonstrate to you guys how I tuck away the natural hair behind the braiding extensions. I'm slowly grabbing the natural hair and just sliding it behind the braiding extensions. It's super easy. You definitely need to give it a try. After once or twice, like I said, you're just going to start flowing. Again, just grab the natural hair and slide it behind the braiding extension, and you will have your tucked finished look that you're going for. Here is a side-by-side clip of the two braids. On the left we have the untucked braid, and on the right we have the tucked braid, where I have taken my time to carefully tuck away the natural hair so that it does not show. Tucked braids improves appearance and can make your braids look neat. It tends to last longer as well when maintained properly. Thank you guys so much for watching the Beauty Hangout, where I share my love for all things beauty. I hope you guys found this video helpful and useful, and I'll see you in my next video.